dude, it runs good. Like, it runs really good. Well, howdy there, DBF family. So we're back on the Rat Rod Wagon again this weekend, and my goal for this weekend is to see if we can get some fire lit inside of this thing with the turbo on it. So throughout the week, I've been kind of tinkering with this thing, you know, in the evenings and whatnot, and I think I have everything I need to finish the project. So first thing we got to do today is I've got all the chunks of aluminum cut out off the old robot, and we're gonna see if we can build the oil catch tank. So let's see if we can get this thing welded up and mounted up underneath. So one thing I've done to kind of help hold all the pieces of this oil catch pan, I guess you would say, or oil tank into place as I'm tack welding this together is I went over to the old robot and I cut out these two slits, which I will actually end up trimming the end of these out. So this is open, and I will take the sides and set down inside like so, flip it over on the bottom, and that will actually hold the sides together square with the bottom as I tack weld it together, because obviously aluminum, you can't use magnets to hold it together, and this was a simple way to basically give me another set of hands. So I'm going to trim those out right there, and we'll start stacking some chunks of aluminum together and see if we can build a box. Can't stay there, come off of there. There we go. Ta-da! Now all I gotta do, hold the top and the bottom on that thing. All that's left is the rest. Okay. And good morning there, guys. Well, yesterday I built the recovery tank, and it was a whole lot of the same old thing over and over, just boring, just lots of TIG welding, but pretty much got it all wrapped up. Let me show you what I've done. So this will be the drain inlet from the turbo coming down to here, and all I have left to do is I need to put in a vent like this little feller here, that's actually gonna double as a oil tank cap. So what I've gotta do is I've gotta take this chunk of billet aluminum, and I've got to machine down the inside of it and then shorten it up and then weld it right here. And basically this vent will act as a cap, so to speak, and a vent in the same aspect. So I'm gonna go ahead, go over to the lathe, get this machined out, and then we'll weld it on. And the oil tank is pretty much done other than the feed line coming out right there. So let's get after it. Let's see if it fits. A little snug, but that's all right. That fits pretty good. I like it. Okay, now I'm just going to turn down the outside just a little bit and clean it up and poke a hole in that tank and weld this baby on. Now that I have that done and all put back together, and the oil tank, I guess is what we're calling it, oil tank's back in it, it's mounted, it's ready to go. It's just waiting for one thing, the pump. So Next thing I got to do is I got to build a bracket to mount this to, so I can lay up underneath it and weld the bracket to mount the pump underneath to run the oil. So I'm going to draw it out, go over to the old robot and cut that thing out and weld it in, and we're dang near there. Perfect. So up next, I'm going to tidy up some of this wiring in the back and bolt the panel on the back, and we're going to test to see if we're getting any oil out of this system. All right, let's put some oil in this thing, see if we got a major leak. So I'm guessing this is going to hold, this whole system is going to hold about 1/2 to 3/4, just under 3/4 of a quart if I did my measurements right. But I've never been real super good at math, so we will see. Little 0-20. Should be able to pump pretty good. Well, there's a 1/2 quart. Let's check that. A little bit more. I want to leave a little bit of room so when the oil expands, it has somewhere to go, obviously. Don't forget the breather cap. Time has come. Let's see if the oil system has any leaks in it. Now, here comes Louis. He's going to help too. So I have not tested this at all. The whole system is dry other than what's in the tank. So if it's a failure, we're all going to experience it all together. So I got nothing to hide. So here we go. Camera there. Ready? Switch on. Sounds like it picked up. I can hear it cycling through the tank. I'd say that's a win. Awesome. Huh. Well, let's see if this thing will fire, shall we? Fuel line's hooked up, ignition's hooked up, we got spark. It's in neutral. Let's see what it does. There's fuel. No leaks yet. What if it's got gas in it? Got some gas in it. Ignition. Choke. I don't think it's getting fuel. Okay. Obviously the carburetor is not getting fuel, so let me see what I can find. See what's going on with that. But it does run. All All right, let's see if we even got fuel in the bowl itself. That's handy. And we got fuel in the bowl. I wonder if it even has any jets in it, because it came with a whole bunch of jets and I never pulled the bowl to see if there's anything in it. Interesting. Okay, I'm done. Turns out it has a massive vacuum leak. Let me show you what I found. So if you look right there on the intake side of the snail, there's supposed to be a hose that goes from there back over to the wastegate. I pulled the hose off to build all this and never connected it up. So yeah, had a major vacuum leak right there. I think that's a pretty simple fix. So I'll either cap that off or just hook another longer hose back up to it, because probably want a wastegate. I don't know, haven't decided, but we'll get that hooked on and then we'll see if this thing will light up. I bet it'll light up a lot better now. All right. What do you think, Lou? Should we see if it'll run now? I think we should. Had to send out the old Snapchat to my buddies. Oh. That thing sounds good. I just got to tell you, honestly, I couldn't be more pleased with how that thing actually fired right up, idled, and I never even touched the carburetor. Pretty impressive, really. But I'm sure there's going to be some fine tuning, you know, jet-wise and, you know, needle-wise and stuff like that on this thing to get it to run precise. But for an initial fire, that's pretty dang good. I'm happy. Yeah. That right there, that's genuine. I'm pretty stoked. This thing's turning out awesome. I love it. Now, all I got to do to finish this thing is the downpipe, and I'm still not sure what I'm going to do as far as the downpipe. So I've got this U-bend, because I figured a U-bend, I could make all kinds of stuff out of that. I just don't know if I want to drop it down over here, but I'm thinking I don't want it up. I don't want it blowing crap in my face. So, and the majority of you that commented on the last video, you said downpipe. So I think it's going to come out, drop down, and have a little out the end somewhere. I don't know. Maybe we'll get fancy and do something cool. I don't know. We'll see. But regardless, it's definitely got to have an exhaust tip on it or an exhaust pipe. So get cutting this up, get something built. Let's see. So many choices. I don't know. I might have to think on this one. Yeah. I think I'm going to sleep on this one for the evening, because I'll do something that I won't love if I don't. So, see you guys in the morning. Well, good morning there, everybody. So, I had a little time to sleep and think and, you know, whatnot on the exhaust on this thing. And I think what the plan is I'm going to come right out of the turbo, come down and just hang to the outside of the frame, and then towards the bottom it'll basically have a little bit of a whoop, I don't know what you call it, a cup, I don't know, an angle, so it kind of blows the exhaust back. So As you saw yesterday, already got it cut in half. I need to get the belt sander out and basically grind an angle where it mounts to the exhaust side of the turbo. We'll get that tacked up and then get it filled in where the wastegate goes, and it should be pretty simple. So let's get after it. Built me a rough, extremely rough template. I'm going to transfer that over to some sheet metal, cut that out, and then start form fitting it. I'm obviously going to cut it out just a little bit bigger than what this is. That way it gives me just a little bit of wiggle room to grind and fit that filler piece in. So get this transferred over and see what we can do. All right, we got the old exhaust on. Look who showed up. Here's old Jedediah. Now, while I was finished welding that up, he put on a boost gauge for me so we can tell how much boost it is. Now check this out. Look at that right there. It's sitting right about 22 PSI all the time. So, I mean, anything that builds 22 pounds of boost sitting still, that's pretty quick. You know that's an evil bugger. Yeah. I think, what do you think? Think it's time to go ride this thing?
Let's put her down there and see what it does.
Cock me into it. It's either gonna do one of several things. It's gonna run really good right out of the box, and I won't have to do any jetting or anything, or it's gonna run like absolute crap, or it's just gonna explode. I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. Runs really good on the table, so.
What's the bet? Which one?
7.
7.
I forgot how tight quarters this thing is. Well, I'm scared. Oh, it's heavier. Like the throttle is right there. Oh. Yeah.
You need another gear now?
Yes.
Before it was too fast.
Yeah. Like, there's neutral. 1, 2, 3. Oh. There's third. Let's start out in third. Dude, it runs good. Like, it runs really good.
Can you feel the turbo kick in at all?
No, because I think it's just wide open. It's just always going. But it's built 24 pounds of boost.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Already. I mean, yeah, see? 24 pounds of boost. Holy crap, dude. over there spinning. Done with Oh, this thing needs way higher gears. It gears out almost instantly. That's funny. It didn't do that before, but it will now. You're going off-road. Reverse. It's not much for dirt. One more. There you go. It's all right. We can fix it. Oh, this thing's so dumb. It's great. It's amazing. Oh, it's funny. I didn't think you could hear the turbo. You can't really on it, but man, when you get off kind of filming it, you can hear it spool up. It's pretty funny. Oh, this thing is just so great. I love it. I think everybody needs one of these, if not like 5.
I was spinning out on that gravel and it was like
I cannot believe how good that thing runs, just not even touching it.
not messing with it.
Yeah, like I'm happy with how it runs.
Yeah, like no bogging or
None.
nothing. Like,
Dude, it's funny when you went by and you shifted, you could hear it spool up, and it spools like instantly.
Really?
Yes. Instant spool. I don't know how much boost it's building. It's probably not much, like a pound or 2.
Yeah.
But it noticeably runs better.
Yeah, for sure.
Because before, when we was pulling the hill right there, like it's all it wanted in 3rd gear. And now it's like, I need more gear, I need more gear.
Yeah, it needs more. I feel like before we were like, this is too much.
Yes.
Like for the motor, like the motor we couldn't wind it out.
Right, now it's just perfect. Oh my hell, that's funny. It's so stupid. One-wheel killer. So an attempt last time to get this thing to get weight on the front end, I filled the front tires full of water, and now we're draining them out, and it's just kind of dumb. Oh. Oh man. Grow up.
Like little kids with fart noises.
Right. How old are you, anyways? Old enough to know better.
Mentally, like.
It's like a whoopee cushion. Everybody loves a whoopee cushion. Oh, that's funny. Yep, needs more gear for sure. Really hope he turned the pump on. I guess he did. Better or worse?
Idling high now too.
have the oil pump on too?
Yeah.
Maybe that's all we got. Maybe it blowed up.
Load up. Before when the axle was forward, it would like kind of jerk
Dart
to one side.
Yeah.
I feel like it would do that a little bit without the water. Try it.
Okay.
Try it. Like it was almost better with the water still.
Just had a little weight in it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give it a whirl. Well, that's pretty much going to be a wrap for this little bugger for the time being. This thing will make an appearance here pretty quick, I'm certain of it. Just keep in mind, I mean, everything on this wagon is basically a prototype, so we can build like 3 or 4 of these things, so we can get a couple buddies around and, you know, Jed's kids, and we can just go cruise these things through the back streets here, you know. That'll make the cops happy, I'm sure. But anyhow, I'm pretty dang happy with how this thing ran right out of the box. I've yet to put any sort of wrench or tooling or make any adjustments on this carburetor or this setup. Everything has worked remarkably well. This thing actually pulls way harder on the top end than it did before, and mid-range. Before, it was a struggle to get it to go down the road in 3rd gear. Now, it needs more gearing. It's so low geared now that it just wants more gearing. So I'm gonna do some research, see what I can find for some sprockets for the motor on this thing, and see if we can up the gearing just a little bit so the motor's just a little more happy on the top end. But that being said, as always, I appreciate every single one of you guys more than you'll ever know, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Oh! Grow up.